This is a fantastic routine to help you release your hip flexors, help your hip flexors to become long again. In other words, this is a movement sequence that helps you to extend your hip. You can use this routine instead of a wide range of flexor stretches. Stretches that look like this, or that, or this, or even this kind of assisted stretching. You can also use this routine to improve how you do hip extension, to improve the way how you move into hip extension in general. And you can also do this movement sequence instead of meditation or complementary to meditation, to calm your mind, to be more focused, to be more present. As a kind of moving mindfulness practice, or moving meditation, or awareness through movement meditation.
Is it recording? Is it recording? Hello. So before we begin with the lesson, we need to make sure your glutes are working. For this, please come to lie onto your back. And then on your back, just lengthen your legs and squeeze your buttocks, both of them. And your hip should rise a little bit because the buttocks become hard and the hip rises a little bit and then come down again. Do this a couple of times fast just to see, can you do it? Then try only the right side, so only the right buttocks should lift, and don't use your leg muscles, don't use your back muscles. It should really only be your buttocks that contract. The right one. Then try the other one, the left one. Couple of times, this should work. Then both of them fast, and only the right, only the left. Okay, so this is good. And then come to lie onto your side with the legs a little bit as if you would sit, but you're lying on your side. And now start to squeeze your buttocks. Squeeze your buttocks, what will happen? What should happen is that your hip extends. Yeah? You become long and then come back onto the side. You're on your side with your legs folded up, and when you squeeze your buttocks, your hip should extend. You should be able to do this. If it doesn't work for you, you need to practice it. You need to practice it every day until you can do it. It's super important for standing, for walking, for getting up, for your back, for everything in your life. You need to be able to work your buttocks. That having said, we can start with the lesson. Come onto your back, please. Legs extended, and now get your right leg to standing so that your foot is standing. Just get your foot to standing, your right leg. Okay, now it's standing. And now when your foot is standing, start to press against the floor with your foot a little bit. Put pressure with the sole of your foot. You lean against the floor. You put pressure against the floor, and the more pressure you put onto the floor, the more your right side of your hip will lift and your pelvis will roll to the left, and make sure that your knee is always pointing towards the ceiling. Don't let your knee go left and right. Your knee is pointing towards the ceiling. You put pressure on the floor with your foot. That means the only way this can go is your pelvis is rolling to the left. We're looking for a very relaxed fashion. We're trying to let go of any tension in the chest and do this movement often. I will not prescribe or say, like, do it 200 times. That would be ridiculous. And don't do it fast to reach 200 times below 1 minute. This would be ridiculous too. Just make yourself, occupy yourself with this movement. Explore this movement. And now, we do this a couple of times. Don't let it move, disturb your breathing. You can do it very small if you like, just a little bit, a tiny little bit. When the pelvis is rolling, so your chest has to roll a little bit. If you have your hands on your chest, you can feel, so you have 12 pairs of ribs in your chest. And all of them should be able to rotate a little bit, maybe separately. First, it's the lower ribs, which would be like 12, 11, and 10, and 9, and 8. And then we already have the chest bone, the sternum. On the front side, on your back side, there's the spinal processes. Everything can twist a little bit and turn. And take a break, please. Just take a break. Extend your right leg. Please get your left leg to standing. Put your left foot to standing. And start the same movement with your left foot. Lean against the floor with your left foot. Press against the floor with your left foot. Let your whole chest be subtle. If your head wants to roll, let your head roll in one direction or the other. There's a beautiful sentence. Let your head do what is necessary. Put your left foot into another location, a little bit more to the outside. And try the same move when your left foot is more to the outside. Put it a little bit more to the outside. And then put your left foot a little bit more to the inside, closer to your right leg. And see, you should be able to feel a difference. Try a couple of times with the foot more to the left and with your left foot more to the right, closer to your right leg. It should feel different. It's different mechanics. Try to put your foot a little bit further away from your buttocks and a little bit closer. And there's many places where you could stand your left foot. And it should feel a little bit different every time. Take a short break. Get your right foot to standing again. Find a good place for your right foot. Press against the floor. Okay, so we have two different techniques to press against the floor. One technique is you press with the foot against the floor, right? So your hip rises. The other technique is you squeeze your right buttock to extend your hip and lift the right side of your pelvis and roll your pelvis to the left. Can you understand this difference? One is just pushing with the foot, and the other is to squeeze the gluteus maximus, your buttock muscles, these big muscles on your right side, to squeeze it, to extend your hip. Try to be able to alternate between those two movements, between those two techniques. Squeeze your right buttocks to lift your hip and roll your pelvis to the left. Yeah. This will be good tomorrow, sore muscles. Please, use your right hand to touch your right ankle. See if you can touch it. See if you can reach for your right ankle and hold your right ankle and continue with the same movement. With the left arm you can do whatever. Scratch your head or put it on your upper body to help your ribs to roll. This is a rolling lesson. It's not a twisting lesson, it's a rolling lesson. You can put your left arm to the side, whatever. You can put your left leg, whatever. Maybe your left leg wants to move. Maybe your left leg wants to roll a little bit. Just do whatever is necessary to be able to extend your right hip joint and then let go again. Extend and let go again. And use your buttock muscles to extend the right hip joint. Please lengthen your legs, come onto your back again, see how you're feeling. How is your relationship to the floor? Do you feel asymmetrical? Do you feel symmetrical? Where do you lie on the floor? Which parts of yourself are touching the floor most? And get your left leg to standing again. Start to push with your foot, and now also try to use your left buttock muscle to lift your left hip and roll the pelvis to the right. So instead of just pushing down with your left foot, use your left buttocks. Do this a couple of times. Let your chest roll. You can do with your right hand whatever you want. With your left hand, start to reach for your left ankle. With your left hand, start to reach for your left foot. With your left hand, start to reach for your left ankle and at some point catch it and continue with the same movement. I pretend to watch you for a while you're doing this. Of course I cannot see you, but you can write to me, you can write comments if you want. And this way we can interact in this video. And if you leave a comment, I can respond to you in the next video. Take a rest. Lie onto your back and take a rest. Then get both feet to standing. If you can, catch your ankles with the right hand, the right foot, with the left hand, the left foot. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. It really doesn't matter. You can just grab your socks or your trousers, or just put the hands in the directions of the feet and start to lift your pelvis. Try to use your buttocks to lift your pelvis. This is a glute bridge. So for this, it's important to use your buttock muscles and not your leg muscles. You might need to practice this a bit to be able to do it. And what else? Don't go into a hollow back. Think of stabilizing your back and lift your back like a board up and down. So your back is butt rested. Then take a rest again. Then stand your feet again. If you want to take a longer rest, you can pause the video or just stop to participate. But if you're ready to participate, try to get hold of your ankles and start to, your feet spread apart, feet wide apart, so you can start to tilt your left leg towards your right foot and bring it up again and tilt your, it's not your left leg, but your left knee, tilt your left knee to the inside so it's going towards your right foot. And tilt your right knee to the inside so it's going towards your left foot. And then also do the outsides. With your right knee, go to the outside, while you go with the left knee to the inside. And with the left knee, go to the outside, while you go with the right knee to the inside. And try to hold your feet. If you can hold your feet, you will notice you will roll onto your arms, your lower arms. So that was one movement. Take a rest. The next movement, please get your feet to standing again. Hold your ankles. With your right hand, your right ankle. With your left hand, your left ankle. Start to rise your hip. But start with your right hip first. Squeeze your right buttocks. So your right knee will go away, will go down towards your feet. And then lift your left hip. And then come down again. Try this again. You lift your right hip by squeezing your right buttocks, then you squeeze your left buttocks, you lift your left hip, and then bring your right hip down and your left hip down. It's like an asymmetrical rising. Then start with your left hip first. And take a break. Get your feet to standing again. Get hold of your ankles or your socks, whatever you can reach, and start to tilt your legs left and right again. And now lift your pelvis, have your pelvis in the air, and tilt your legs left and right. So you will be able to touch the floor with your knees on either side. And with the rest of your body, do whatever is necessary to fulfill this request or this kind of movement. All right, then take a rest again. So you extend everything and you lie on the floor. Now we come to the second part of this lesson. Please turn around to come to lie on your belly. I see what I can do with the microphone. Maybe I take the microphone just overhead here. So you're resting on your belly. Resting on your belly. You can turn your head to the left or to the right, wherever you want, doesn't really matter. Bend your left knee. And when you bend your left knee, you can bend and extend it a little bit. But notice if that does anything to your lower back. If bending your left knee affects your posture in lying. When you bend, just minimally, just in your feeling. Does bending your left knee affect your left hip joint? Does it rise a little bit from the floor? And when you extend your left leg, does the leg, your hip joint come back down on the floor? Is it? Try the same thing with the right leg. Bend your right knee and see if that affects your pelvis. It's just minimal, it's tiny, tiny, but that's what awareness is about, to feel small changes, small differences. All right, now, You lie on your belly, you bend your left knee, keep your left knee flexed, which means the foot is towards the ceiling, and then try to start to lift your left knee a bit from the floor, just a bit. And bring it down again, and lift it again, and see what you have to do to be able to lift your left knee. Where you have to be subtle, how you have to change your breathing. Then extend your left leg again and try the same thing with your right knee. Flex your right knee and start to lift your right knee. So everything is allowed. You can play with your foot, you can play with the direction of your knee, with where you put your hands, what you do with your head. You can put the head more to the left, more to the right. Whatever you want, but lift your right knee a little bit and then bring it down again. And then take a rest, stay on your belly, just take a rest on your belly. Now it's more difficult. Turn your head to the left, flex your left knee and try to reach for your left foot. With your left hand, your left foot, or your left sock, or whatever it is, and try to reach for it until you have your left foot, okay? With your right arm you can do whatever you want, and then start to lift your left knee again. Try to lift your left knee. What do you have to do to lift your left knee? You can try it like 2 times or 5 times or 10 times and then take a break. This can be strenuous, I know. Now, bend your right knee. Get hold of your right foot with your right hand and try to lift your right foot. Your right knee off the floor. What do you have to do to lift your right knee off the floor? And don't forget you have buttock muscles. And then take a break. Maybe take a break on your back. Okay, we need to speed things up, not to make this lesson too long. Please come onto your belly again. Bend your left knee. Reach with your left hand for your left foot or your left ankle. And same thing, start to lift your left knee. Okay, and now the task. Bring your left foot to stand on the floor next to your right leg. Which means you lift your left knee, you hold your left foot with your left hand, and you bring the foot to stand on the other side. Does it make any sense? I hope you can find this movement. It's not easy. It's a funny movement. But let's try it. It's a roll. Yeah, it is a roll. I cannot see what you're doing. But I will join in. Lift the left knee. Lift it, and bring the foot to standing on the other side. And don't break your right arm. So my right arm is in a very stupid position. Need to put it somewhere else. Maybe here. Lift the left knee. And bring the foot to stand on the other side. And when you're on your back, you roll on your belly again, which means to push against the floor with your left leg, engage your glutes on your left side, and roll onto your belly again. Don't kill yourself with this movement. Try to be gentle. And do it a couple of times. Try to get more proficient with it. Just get better and better at doing it. What do you have to do with your head, with your chest, with your arms, with your feet? Don't push against the floor with your left knee, but instead lift your left knee and come to lie onto your back. And when you're on your back, come back to lie onto your belly. Is rolling from one side to the other. And then you can try it without holding your breath. Take a short break. Then with your right hand, take your right foot, bend your right knee, and try to roll to the other side in the same fashion. Lift your right knee first. Lift your right knee first. Bring the right foot to stand on the other side. You can do many attempts, approximations. We call it approximations. You don't have to get it right the first time. You don't have to make it perfect the first time. The first time is an approximation. You start a bit, and the next time you do it a bit better, and the next time you try something else. You don't try to be perfect. We're working. We're experimenting, we're exploring, we're building awareness for this kind of move. And then take a rest onto your back again. So this was more or less the lesson. But we can combine more. We can put everything together and make it into something bigger, just one movement. Let's start. You're on your back, bring your feet to standing, get hold of your ankles. And while holding your ankles or your socks, tilt your legs to the right and try to roll onto the right side. Until you're on the belly. And from there, you lift your left knee, bring it over to come to lie on your back again. So you might need to practice this. Or maybe you can do it. Also try to do the same movement in the other direction. Tilt your legs to the left and roll onto your belly. And from the belly, you lift your right knee. Bring the foot to stand on the other side again. So you're on your back again. Ta-da! And then you can do this a couple of times, and if you have a large space, you can just roll like this through the room. Okay, so we wrap this video up. So this was the routine, and this was a lot of extension maybe for the back. So if this was too strenuous for the back, just do a little bit of flexion, just like hold your knees a little bit over your belly, maybe lift your head a little bit. Just to counter the extension with a little bit of flexion, not too much. A couple of flexion movements. We don't want to strain the lower back. And that's it for today. I hope you liked this lesson. You can practice how often you want. You can practice the whole thing. You can practice parts of it. You can start to be creative, explore it, do the video again, practice on your own. If you like the video, leave a comment, and see you in the next video.